Hey Facebook friends, it's Char. I just got done, there's a little coffee house here in Des Moines called Smoky Road. Just got done mentoring a young entrepreneur and had a great coaching session. And wanted to share some information on what is the balance, or what is the beauty or the benefit of the worst day of your life. And you know, if you haven't had it, it's coming. It's there. There's always going to be balance. There's always going to be something that, remember, you're always going through something, just coming out of something, or getting ready to go through something. So what happens when you are in the middle of what is the worst day of your life, the worst experience? It could be business related, it could be personal, it could be family. I mean, what do you do on the worst day of your life, where you look back and you say, I am so not equipped to handle this. I've never been through anything like this before. What do you do? Do you get sad? Do you pout? Do you get a victim mentality and say that, you know, everybody's against you, the world hates you, and that you haven't done anything wrong? Or do you get curious? And the beauty of the worst day of your life is that, remember, there's a lot of opportunities there. And I know for myself, in order to get through, just recently, I had one of the worst days of my life. It was probably the worst day of my life. And I know that you have to allow yourself some time. First and foremost, you have to create a time frame. And what I mean a time frame is, you know what, I'm going to allow myself a week to feel every feeling that I'm going to feel. I'm going to let it just flow through me. I'm going to feel it. I'm going to mope. I'm going to sleep in. I'm not going to take a bath. I'm not going to shave my legs. I'm not going to do my hair. And you're going to create a time frame. It could be a day, it could be an hour, it could be a week. You create that time frame of just allowing this to flow through you. And you're not even learning anything at this point. You're just feeling it. You're letting it happen. And then at the end of that time frame, done. You're not going to go back there anymore. You're going to learn the lessons that you had to learn. And if during this time it seems like there's still aftershocks or a ripple of things that keep happening to you, you know, that's why you create that time frame. You allow yourself the grace of feeling. Now, after that time frame, or something to look forward to, is I would always I told myself, you know, what is the balance of the worst day of your life? And that would be that the best day of your life means that it's still waiting for you to find it. So you have to show up, because I've had some great things happen in my life. And if it means that the best thing in my life is still waiting for me to go find it, and how do you know this is in place? How do you know it's going to happen? Well, as soon as the sun comes up in the morning, the sun balances the night, or the night balances the day, depends on how you look at it. There's always going to be balance. So if you're in the middle of the worst day of your life, the promise of the best day of your life is waiting for you to find it. And so you've got to be ready for it. You got to prepare for it. This is after you've allowed yourself time to feel it. And now you're going to find ways to empower you. Find ways that, even though you've lived through that, you may not be where you wanted to be or back where you were to start with. You're going to get there, and you're going to get there faster, and you're going to actually end up better than where you were when you started. And so some of the things you might do is volunteer. You might find out that through volunteering, the worst day of your life could be the best day in somebody else's life. And so what you have, where you're at on your worst day, somebody would love to wake up to tomorrow morning. And it's going to make you very grateful for where you're at and what you have. And the more grateful you become by volunteering, mentoring, giving of your time, before you know it, you're going to see that you have an abundance, you have greatness around you right now, that you are allowing that moment of being the worst day of your life to show you a different insight that you didn't have before. And it's going to make you grateful for maybe some of the things that you had taken for granted, didn't even realize that you were taking it for granted. So the beauty in the worst day of your life is that it's the promise that your best day is still going to wait for you to come find it. And if you're going through that worst day and you're past that time frame, you can't think about where you're at anymore. Do not allow your mindset to go there. Be very protected of who you let around you, what you're listening to on the radio. I don't watch television except zombies. But be very careful of what you're exposing yourself to, because your energy is a little bit low, and you've got to be feeding you so that you can get through that and focus on what's that best day look like. Maybe create a vision board. But what does that day look like, and who's going to be in it? And just keep adding, keep having your thoughts there, because what's going to happen is before you know it, you're well on your way. You're going to score right through that best day, and you're going to be able to be just a walking, talking example of how life's supposed to be. It isn't about, remember, it's not about this way. It's not between me and you. It's how we handle the situations that we're trusted with and how you walk through those walks, because no matter what somebody else does to you, you got this covered. So I'll tell you what, I hope that you have a great, great, great weekend and a great day. And I hope that you're not going through the worst day of your life, but if you are, that you understand it's just the promise of the best days are coming. I know I've got some great days right ahead of me, and I can't wait to share them with you. So hope you have a great weekend. Remember, you're powerful. We all are. We're all connected, so go love somebody. Thanks.